I need a pint of milk for 100 students for 180 days, beginning in August and ending in June. Who can provide milk for my needs, and how much will you charge me?
I can. I will provide you a pint of milk for 100 students for 180 days, beginning in August and ending in June, and I will charge you 7.5 cents each.
Great, thanks.
Hey, so you know how I said we could provide a pint of milk for 100 students for 180 days beginning in August and ending in June, and that we would charge you 7.5 cents each? Yeah, well, as it turns out, we don't really want to provide milk to you anymore at that price because we are losing money on this deal.
Oh, I'm sorry, but we have a contract and you need to honor the contract.
But you don't understand. See, the price of raw milk went up.
Oh, I'm sorry, but we have a contract and you need to honor the contract.
But it's not fair. The US sold a whole bunch of grain to Russia.
Oh, I'm sorry, but we have a contract and you need to honor the contract.
Seriously? We have unforeseen crop failures. We are going to lose a bunch of money. Get someone else to sell you milk.
Oh, I'm sorry, but we have a contract and you need to honor the contract.
But it's impossible and impractical for us to sell you the milk at that price.
Oh, I'm sorry, but we have a contract and you need to honor the contract.
The common law rule is stated in Restatement of Law Contracts as follows. Definition of impossibility. In the restatement of this subject, impossibility means not only strict impossibility, but impracticability because of extreme and unreasonable difficulty, expense, injury, or loss involved. In Mineral Park Land, CO versus Howard, the defendant agreed to take all the gravel from the plaintiff's land up to a certain quantity. The defendants took only half the agreed amount because the balance of the gravel was under the water level. The court relieved the defendants from the obligation to pay for the balance under water because it was not within the contemplations of the party that the gravel under the water level will be taken, and secondly because the cost of doing so be 10 to 12 times as expensive. There were crop failures, and now the raw milk is just too expensive. It is impractical and expensive.
61st Garage versus Savoy Corp. holds that where economic hardship alone is involved, performance will not be excused. This is so even where governmental acts make performance more expensive. Existing circumstances and enforceability also play a part in determining whether a party should be relieved of his contract. Your economic hardship is not a valid reason to get out of our contract. Milk price fluctuates, and you knew that when entering into this contract. We have a contract, and you need to honor this contract.
Yeah, but a severe shortage of raw minerals or of supplies due to a contingency such as war, embargo, local crop failure, unforeseen shutdown of major sources of supply, or the like, which either causes a market increase in cost or altogether prevents the seller from securing supplies necessary to his performances within the contemplation of this section. Our grain is in Russia, so there.
That might be true, but official comment number 10 states in part that governmental interference cannot excuse unless it truly supervenes in such a manner as to be beyond the seller's assumption of risk. Look, here's the deal. The transatlantic case is somewhat analogous to the question raised here. In that case, the Suez Canal was closed causing the plaintiff's ship en route to Iran to have to go around Africa to deliver its cargo of wheat. The plaintiff sought to recover the increased expense from the defendant. The court found that shipping dangers in the Suez Canal area could have been anticipated, and the risk should be allocated to the plaintiff, and that the increased cost was not of such magnitude to say that it was not within the acceptable degree of risk. If needing to skirt around an entire continent is not reason enough to break your contract, then certainly operating at a loss isn't going to get you out of this contract. We have a contract and you need to honor the contract. Carl G. Maser, former prominent Utah educator and first president of what has become Brigham Young University, once shared, "I have been asked what I mean by word of honor. I will tell you. Place me behind prison walls, walls of stone ever so high, ever so thick, reaching ever so far into the ground. There is a possibility that in some way or another I may escape. But stand me on the floor and draw a chalk line around me, and have me give my word of honor never to cross it. Can I get out of the circle? No, never. I would die first."